Hey, this is Russ. I'm on my way to go riding with Donut Jim. Donut Jim. Gave him a new name. Yeah, we're gonna ride together today. But Donut Jim is a little camera shy. Doesn't like to be on camera, so we're not gonna get to see him ride with me. But I'll give you a synopsis of what happened after we're done with the ride. So today I wanted to talk a little bit before I get there to meet with him. Let's pass these people up first. Okay, they're going the other way. So here's what I wanted to say. Okay, here's what I've noticed. It seems, this is a little pet peeve of mine. It seems that sometimes people don't know what to call a bike that is not an electric bike. I mean, in the past, you would just say, hey, he's on his bike. Can't really say that anymore because you've got e-bikes out there now. So people have come up with different things to call the non-electric bikes. They've called them, what have I read? Analog bikes. Okay, now, here's a pet peeve of mine. You can't call it an analog bike. I mean, we were talking about analog in the days of digital, right? This is not a digital bike. This electric bike is not digital. Okay, all right, maybe there's some digital components in there that controls things in the controller, that controls the motor, but it's not a digital bike. It's just an electric bike. It's a bike with a motor that's controlled by some electricity, okay? So is it proper to call it an analog bike for a non-electric bike? I don't think so. I mean, would you call this e-bike a digital bike? I don't think so. So I don't think the term analog bike is correct. All right, here's another term that I can't stand. I don't even like this one even more. All right, now if you play guitar, you have two things you can play. You can play an electric guitar, or you can buy and play an acoustic guitar, okay? So what do you think they call non-electric bikes? Acoustic bikes. Really, people? Come on. What does the word acoustic mean? It's an audio term. It has to do with sound. Does this bike have anything to do with sound? No. These are not acoustic bikes. But people have used that term because they figure, well, there's acoustic guitars and electric guitars. There's electric bikes and there's acoustic bikes. No, there's not acoustic bikes. Who started this terminology thing with acoustics? It has to do with sound. So what should we really call non-electric bikes? Non-electric bikes. In my mind, the terminology that people have given standard bikes that don't have an electric motor on it is ridiculous. Okay, stop calling them acoustic bikes and stop calling them analog bikes. Morning. Maybe it's just me. Maybe those terms are going to catch on, but I think you're using wrong terminology. Okay, skip that stuff. Call them what they are. They're non-electric bikes. You can call them regular bikes if you want to call them that. I don't know if I want to call them regular bikes. Good morning. But I've heard people say too, I made a comment on a YouTube video and people were jumping all over me saying that e-bikes are not real bikes. Really? They're not real bikes? You mean you really can't pedal them? Come on, people. E-bikes are real bikes. They're just bikes with motors on them, driven by an electrical power source, okay? E-bikes are not a real bike. Oh, really? I mean, it gets me back into the whole thing of the cheater stuff. Okay, next time someone calls you a cheater, tell them that they're cheating too. They're not walking. They're riding a bike. They're cheating just as much as you're cheating. Call them a cheater too. I mean, did all the same things happen when cars came out? people driving cars, they're not riding horses. Are those guys cheaters? I guess they were cheaters back then, right? So every single one of us now who drive cars, are we all cheaters because we don't ride horses? It's totally ridiculous, yeah. But back to today's topic. Morning. Don't call them analog bikes. Don't call them acoustic bikes, especially acoustic bikes. That's the worst term. All right, let me give you a report on my ride with Donut Jim. Donut Jim. Yeah, he's got a new name now. Anyways, yeah, we rode around the 3-mile circular path and also some other areas that I usually do. And we did pretty good. Yeah, overall it was a fun ride. Jim doesn't like to be on camera. Maybe one day he will. And so let me show you his bike, okay? So I took a photo of his bike just to prove that we actually did it. This is his bike. This is the Lectric XP 2.0. Yeah, it's a pretty nice bike. He's able to get that into this, I think he said it was a 70-gallon tote thing. I don't know where he bought that. Home Depot, maybe? Something like that? Menards? I don't know. And he has that on a trailer hitch platform thing on his truck. And so we were able to just lift it, fold it up, lift it, put it inside the bin. And then now he can drive it to wherever he wants to go and go riding. So we'll do another ride together one of these days. We were talking maybe Bussy Woods one day we'll do. So yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed the time. We got a chance to talk and get to know each other a little bit better. So anyways, I just wanted to finish up and let you guys know that the ride went well. We had a good time. Spent a lot of time out on the bike. Oh, let me tell you a story. Sorry, there's always one more thing. If you've lasted this long, you're going to enjoy this story. So yeah, I forgot to put the chapstick on again. So I'm licking my lips again. So we pull up to these park benches, you know, like picnic benches, right? Underneath a covered area. And there's this guy who has a bike. He's laying down on the ground between some benches. Now, the first thing I think is, you know, is the guy still alive? It's my law enforcement background in me. I'm looking to see if his chest is rising and falling, because if it's not, he's probably dead over there, right? But no, he was still alive. So Jim and I are sitting there, we're talking and whatever, and then all of a sudden, this guy starts talking, and at first I wasn't sure whether he was talking to us, whether he was talking on the phone, or just talking in his sleep. Well, we determined he was probably drunk, and saying things that he thought other people were talking to him about. He was talking about his back and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. But that was our cue to leave. I don't want to hang around for that. So yeah, we saw some drunk guy laying on the ground talking to himself or something, or responding to his dreams or something. Yeah, he sounded kind of violent. So yeah, we got out of there. So after that, we rode around a little bit more, and then we pulled off and just sat by some benches and talked for a while. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button, all those buttons, and I'll talk to you guys next time.